I don't work here, lady. We took the kids to the zoo today and walked by the otter exhibit twice. The first time, the otters were back in their den area and we didn't see them. The next time we walked by, the 3 otters were outside. I was so excited to see them, I shouted otters, and rushed over there. The otters were also apparently excited to see me. They started vocalizing more and all 3 ran up to the edge of their area towards me, chattering away. It was really exciting and felt like they were legit happy to see just me. When we were leaving the zoo, an employee asked my kids what animal they liked seeing the most. My kids didn't really respond, so I did, and I told her about the otters. She said she really liked them too, that they were really friendly and whenever they saw a zoo worker they would rush over begging for food. Looking down, it appears I accidentally dressed like a zoo worker, with khaki pants and a navy shirt. I was shopping with my dad and brother in a pop culture store since there was a big closing down sale. My bro was looking at keyrings while my dad looked at t-shirts. I was standing in the middle of the store, holding some of our findings and waiting for them to finish so we could go and pay. A lady and her son approached me, and the first thing I thought of was why did I wear a dark colored shirt today? As it was similar to the color of the uniforms of the staff in the store. Regardless of my internal turmoil, the lady began. I'm sorry, but are you? I begin to shake my head and say what this sub is known for, but she continues with my brother's name. Sorry, I don't work. I trailed off as my brain caught up and finished processing what she said. Oh, right. Yes, I am. Sorry about that. Yes, I am. Oh, that's great. We weren't sure if it was really him. My son and I are big fans. Can we meet him? A few things flew through my mind at that moment. 1. How did they know my brother? 2. Where was my brother? And finally, how did she know I was with him? The answers to those questions appeared just as quickly. You see, my bro was recently on a dating show for people on the autism spectrum. It aired on a national television network that, frankly, not many people watch, so I was surprised that someone recognized him. I glanced towards where I last saw him and, yep, he was still there. Then I realized we were the only Asian people in the store, and unfortunately, since I had exams when they were filming, we decided it was easier if they just excluded me from his backstory. There was no way she could have recognized me from the show. Hey, brother's name. You have some fans. I yelled across the store as I brought them over. The lady was delighted and the son was a bit embarrassed but seemed pretty pleased too. They said how much they loved him on the show and my brother thanked them for watching it. The son and my bro got a photo together at my suggestion, and everyone was happy. Daughter and I had a dinner date and last-minute shopping Monday night. Stopped in the local branch of a national department store for a couple of items. Ran into an old friend who does work there. Old friend seriously didn't look good. And not just because we're old. Knowing that he has some chronic health issues that can go sideways really fast, I knew that old friend needed to find out what's going on. Look, you sit here and pretend to show me some bullshit from the catalog. Daughter worked here seasonally, so she can easily direct actual customers to what they need. I'm calling your wife, so she can come take you to the ER, cause you aren't in any shape to be here nor to drive yourself. Old friend had an infection and needed antibiotics. I played Karen and insisted that he show me a dozen pairs of boots from the catalog. Daughter played along and helped 4 to 5 customers, who friend rang up, apologizing to me for the interruption. Daughter and I both knew that friend couldn't sit down on the clock unless he was helping a customer, and that he'd basically have to cut off his arm to be allowed to leave early on December 23rd. In true Karen fashion, I left friend's department without a purchase, but daughter sold about $1,000 worth of menswear while we waited for closing time and the arrival of Mrs. Friend. This happened about 10 years ago. I was 18 and doing my public service. Austria has mandatory military service for all 18-year males, if you refuse you have to serve a longer time in a community project or government agency. I was with the local police. So, stuff happened and one late evening my mum was rushed to the hospital. Things were confusing and hectic, so I grabbed whatever was on the drying rack and ran over to the clinic. So there I was, looking for the ward my mom was admitted to, wearing my dad's way oversized white shirt. A woman came over to me and asked where Mrs. XY's room is. Me, I'm very sorry, I don't know who that is. Lady, I'm her sister, I want you to tell me at once what you are intending to do about her illness. Me, you must be confusing me with someone who works here, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my mother. Lady, nonsense, doctor, you clearly work here, I will not let myself be sent away like yesterday, I have the right to know about my sister. Me, is it the shirt? That's just a white shirt, not a lab coat. Lady, I want to speak to your superior. Me, please do that, I'm not working here. At this point I just walked away quickly, as I had definitely other stuff on my mind than defending my poor choice of clothing that night. Turns out I was a bit too early at the hospital and my mum wasn't in the system yet, so nobody could tell me anything. A year later I passed the entrance exam to medical school and now I'm in my residency. So now maybe I can help you indeed with your relatives. But not my 18-year-old ass with pimples and braces. Seriously, do I look like a surgeon? My mom made a miraculous recovery by the way. It was a really stressful one day. I just finished work and I was very tired. I decided to go to my local convenience store to buy food instead of cooking my usual pasta I cook and eat every Friday night after work as I was very tired. I walk into the store, grabbed the thing I want, and went to the cashier to pay. Afterwards, I was almost out of the store when one woman grabs me by the arm and says, "Excuse me, where do you think you're going?" I was very confused and said to her, "To my car." "Why?" "Lady, well, I want to buy this product and this place is not even closed yet." At this point I was very confused and said, "And why are you telling me that? I don't work at this place." "Lady, well, you were the only person who is here so you must work here." I turned around to look at the cashier and sure enough he was there. So I said, "The cashier is right there." She gasped and slapped me, hard. And I mean hard. Me, what the fuck was that for? "Lady, you have such a bitchy attitude. I want to have you fired. And as compensation you have to give me this product for free." The cashier at this point overheard. And ran I between us. And said, "Ma'am, is there a problem?" "Lady, this guy gave me bitchy attitude and refuses to let me buy this product. I want him fired. And as compensation I want this product for free." Cashier, well, he doesn't work here. And you still have to pay for the product. The look on the woman's face was priceless. When she turned neat red, slammed the product onto the floor and ran, I kid you not, at the speed of lightning to her car. And drove off. Although to this day, my cheek still stings a bit, I was so glad that as she broke the product, she had to pay for it as there was a you break it you buy it policy there.